in basic terms, can you describe what SEO is? First of all, there's no dumb questions. Again, I mean, you've often heard the thing, the only dumb question is the one that goes unasked. And that's certainly true with regard to digital marketing. A lot of these things, there's acronyms and things like that thrown around. They're not hard to understand, but a lot of people are just intimidated or afraid to ask because they think they're going to look dumb if they ask the question. But again, it's much better to ask the question and just understand it than to continue to not really understand what's going on and be intimidated by it. So SEO is a word that's thrown around a lot. People just say it, it rolls off everybody's tongue. But what does it actually stand for? So the acronym SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And simply put, in broad terms, everything that would be encompassed as SEO is things that you do to try to create an optimal situation that when somebody searches for something on a search engine like Google, that your listing or your website populates to the top of those search results. So the optimization is optimizing your website and other things surrounding your website so that when somebody's searching for a product or service that you offer, that your listing shows up. That's the optimization part of it, search engine optimization. So it's really not that hard of a concept to understand. There's a lot of things that go into search engine optimization. First of all, your website, how your website is built is a big contributor to SEO. There's a lot of things on the back of your website with regard to page titles, the URLs you use, the structure of your website, image optimization, all types of things on your website that we went into in different individual questions, but it's too broad to jump into today. But there's a lot of ways that you can optimize your website for SEO results or search engine optimization results. There's also things like Google My Business or Google Business Listings that can help you come up in what's called the map pack or the map listings on Google. That would be considered SEO as well, because again, you're showing up when somebody's searching for something online. It's a search engine optimization. You're trying to make sure when somebody's searching for a product or service you offer that you're getting listed or you're getting shown as many times in as optimal a position as possible. So a Google business listing can be part of SEO. Showing up on other websites that are relevant, like your local Better Business Bureau, your Chamber of Commerce, things like that, could be part of your SEO strategy in a couple different ways. One, if they're SEO'd really well for your area, being listed there, somebody could go there and then end up on your website by seeing you listed there. The other thing is a lot of times those websites are going to give a backlink to your website, which is going to help your website have more authority and more optimization in Google's mind as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces with regard to SEO, but the broad idea of SEO is really not that hard to understand. It's simply put all the different activities that you would do to try to ensure that when somebody's searching for a product or service that's relevant to your business in your area, in the area that you service, that your website or your listing shows up towards the top of that first page. Because we all know that as people get down to the bottom of the first page or onto page 2 or 3, the results drop off dramatically. So your goal is to show up at the top of the first page, somewhere what we call above the fold, which is the top half of the first page or better. Like, not better, you can't be better, but so you could show up in the map listings, you could show up in organic listings, you could even pay for Google Ads to show up on that page with an advertisement. But like I said, the overall concept of SEO is just to make sure that your company is being represented when somebody's searching for a product or service that you offer in your service area. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't let somebody intimidate you with just using acronyms and things like that you don't understand. It's a fairly easy concept to understand. Now, all the things that go into it can be a little bit complicated, but the overall concept is fairly straightforward.